Acknowledge me.
We are so here. Ladies and gentlemen, what's goody? It's your boy, Co. You can also call me OSK. Either or either is going to convey the same way. And we back. It should be a Monday. Hopefully when y'all seeing this video. We spinning the block on familiar territory with WWE content. Yes, I'm saying WWE all the way out. And hopefully my mic doesn't go out on me today like my very first video on the channel. I told y'all from the get-go I'm a huge WWE fan. And I got a few t-shirts. I'm repping this one today, the one and only. Shout out to our tribal chief, Roman Reigns, that is. Shouts out to the whole Samoan family though, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Usos. Shout out Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, Tungaloa, Big Zilla Fatu, you know what I'm saying? Rikishi, the whole fam. And man, shout out Yoshitatsu, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real. But nonetheless, now y'all probably know me for the quizzes. Y'all probably like, dang, we're gonna get some different content. Relax. Today is a yap session. We are going to talk. Alright. In the next 2 minutes, somebody's gonna be like, dang, Hook, you old, Hook. Respectfully. Okay. Relax. Save that. Make sure to like the video and leave a comment down below. And please subscribe. Like is gonna get us more notification on the platform itself. Comment, just give me some ideas, of course, and I want to build a community with you all. And then subscribe. Just helps the channel grow, you know. After that long-winded intro, today we're doing something a little different. We're doing a tier list. Now I love tier lists. I love watching people do tier lists because it gives you a perspective. You get to see some opinions and whatnot. People get to talk. Now, when you see this list, you probably see a line of years and you're probably wondering, okay, he got 1999 on there and a few of these don't have a year. I was trying to locate them. We are going to tier rank every single year of the WWE since my inception. Yeah, I know, I was born in the 90s. Come on, give me the in chat. You was born in 1990. We don't do this today. I've been watching the product probably faithfully since 2012. I went back and watched a lot of WWE. I specifically picked up WWE products on Peacock from the episode of Raw right before WrestleMania 15 and started watching from there forward. Going into this, I already know what some of these and where they're gonna rank. This first tier at the top is gonna be Summer 16. Now, if you're around my age, y'all know Summer 16 was like a movie. So we're gonna compare the year to Summer 16. If you make it into Summer 16, you were peak, like beyond peak, because this is nostalgia. It's going to make you feel good. You just think about it and it's nothing but good time. Peak TV. Now this means that I was either looking forward to the episodes upon my rewatch and I didn't want to miss out. I was looking forward to the next episode. Or when I was watching it live, it was peak TV. You know, like there was no missing TV. Cool, nothing crazy. It's kind of like a tier below. This could mean one or two things, right? Either there were some banger shows that year, like premium live events or pay-per-views, and the weekly TV shows weren't that bad. Or it could insinuate the opposite. You know, like weekly TV was popping, but I don't really remember too many of the events that followed those. Mid-City just means it was an average year for WWE, right? Like nothing crazy happened, but also like nothing bad happened. It's a mid-year. Moment saved it. This means that when you look back on it with rose-tinted glasses, it may have been good, but you take those frames off. There's an example coming on where moments saved the specific year, and I cannot wait to touch on it. And then lastly, March 2020 through May 2023. That's the bottom tier. You can put two and two together, what started in March 2020 and basically what concluded around May 2023. Now the dates can change. I did some research, but this is the general consensus that I was able to find, is that this was the time frame for that. Okay, and if you want me to put it into words without potentially getting demonetized, shout out to Ethan on everything. He caused the great call for 2020. We'll just leave it at that. Without further ado, let's get into it with my birth year, 1999. Bro, now 1999, honestly, you know, you had the highs of Austin Rock at Mania. You had the lows of Taker, Bossman at Mania. Women's wrestling was not popping this year. I mean, honestly, if you take women's wrestling alone, basically these first like 3 or 4 years, you're probably looking at like one of these two. 99, I would say peak for me was probably, this is gonna sound crazy, the second half of the year, you know, when Austin kind of went away and WWE started trying to build new stars. You were looking at people like Big Show getting a rub. You started to look at Billy Guns of the world, you know, but the biggest part of that was for sure Rock and Triple H, right? Them boys was stomping on a weekly basis. The McMahon-Helmsley regime was in full effect at that point. Honestly, first half of 99, I didn't really like a ton of it. Second half, I think, picked everything up. SmackDown became a thing. I'm gonna put it in cool, nothing crazy, because I really do like everything that happened with Rock and Triple H, and even to an extent Big Show. Like, I didn't like the Big Show, Big Boss Man stuff, but you know, the year concluded with Big Show being champion. He was the champion going into the new millennium. It's crazy. 2000. Now 2000 might be peak WWF or WWE. Depending on how you look at it, I feel like I have a scorcher take here, bro. I'm gonna show some colors. Actually, no. I am still gonna have a hot take, but this was Summer 16. Go back and watch WWE in 2000, bro. Roster was insane. You had Austin come back, Rock. They were trying to build Rikishi as this big heel. Triple H, Big Show was still there. Mankind or Mick Foley was putting on bangers early half of that year. And then WCW starts to lose some steam. So you see people like Benoit, Perry Saturn, Guerrero, Dean Malenko, Chris Jericho. Like, it's forming a roster. And then I think for me, the best part of 2000, believe it or not, was rookie year Kurt Angle. Now I know he debuted in 99, but Kurt Angle was putting on bangers, bro. Kurt Angle was stomping with the best of them. I think Rock probably was the MVP of 2000, but I think Kurt Angle was like the high there. Low point of 2000, I mean, you kind of play it both ways. I honestly probably say WrestleMania 16 or WrestleMania 2000, because the whole card was just stacked with a bunch of multi-man matches, and that main event was not the best. It was built around the McMahon family. Oh no, peak 2000 debut of American Bad Bleep Undertaker, bro. That's my favorite version of Undertaker, because in the video games, that's the one I saw, so that's all I knew for Undertaker. That's what I'm gonna say. But yeah, 2000 is peak WWE, honestly. And then 2001, Invasion Angle, bro. Here's my hot take, right? Here's my hot take. 2001 was a great year, bro. The Invasion Angle is so underrated, in my opinion. I believe that we're mad because, oh, we didn't have Goldberg yet. We didn't have Hulk Hogan. You know, we didn't have Kevin Nash back. Bro, 2001 was peak wrestling, bro, in my opinion. You had Austin versus Rock, right? WrestleMania 17 was an amazing event. Royal Rumble 01 was amazing. I honestly like the Invasion pay-per-view. SummerSlam was good. Survivor Series, like, I don't remember a dud that year. Like, I just don't. 2001 was peak to me. And I like the Invasion Angle. Now, I do get that there were a bit of duds in 01 as far as the Invasion goes, because yeah, there still wasn't that star power, but I'm not gonna hold against them too much. They did what they could, and the story was built up pretty nicely. I think the biggest argument against 2001 is that the WCW, ECW side was still mostly WWE guys. But like, come on, bro. Like, is that really a bad thing when that's what we've gotten the past 2 years before this anyways? That's peak. 2002. 2002 is a weird year because 2002 saw a tremendous peak, in my opinion, early, right? Like, face Triple H was phenomenal. NWO debuted into the WWE. Still had Rock, still had Austin. This was probably Austin's worst year of the first four, but simply because he was not being utilized. You had, the debut of the greatest class to come out of that OVW group with Cena, Randy, Batista, Lesnar, and Shelton Benjamin eventually joined the fold. But 2002 was like the foundation of like the Ruthless Aggression era. And also you saw a lot of development of new stars because people like Rock and Austin left. Lesnar and Angle were probably the best part of 2002. Triple H's reign of terror began because heel Triple H was kind of trash. I like Booker T. But I'll put it cool. I think that's up there with 99. Actually, I think 02 is better than 99 because there were more stars. I just think 99 probably told a better story overall. 03. Now, 03 was peak reign of terror. You had Lesnar and Angle continuing everything. Also saw some, the John Cena rapping. 03 was not a bad year. However, there wasn't a ton for me to take home from 03, right? Like, when I went back and looked at it, it seemed like it was just a Triple H show. And the stuff on SmackDown was, I guess, cool, but like, it was never anything outstanding. It just seemed like it was just Lesnar Angle, right? I'm gonna keep it a bean. Michaels and Jericho, favorite match of 19 to me personally. I think for 03, I'm gonna say mid because although there was Reign of Terror Triple H, you still had like Goldberg come in, debut. You still had, of course, like I said, Michaels and Jericho, Lesnar, Angle. It would bump down if there wasn't a talented roster of workers in the company at the time. But then I'm going to say mid-city. 04. Now, 04. JBL was champion. Eddie Guerrero. JBL was eventually champion, but Eddie Guerrero was one who dethroned Lesnar. I think WrestleMania 20 was not the best event, and I also don't like going back and seeing that main event, me personally. But shout out Eddie Guerrero, you know what I'm saying? He held it down. 04 though, to me personally, I'm gonna say moments saved it, man. Like, what really happened in 04, right? Like, I just think it had moments. You had the Eddie Guerrero title, the win. You had Benoit's culmination at Mania, which we don't like to talk about. Then, bro, like, what else happened in 04, bro? Randy? You know what I'm saying? Like, face Randy Orton? I mean, I guess, bro, but 04 was not the best year. 05, very similar to 04, except it actually does get bumped into mid-city because, actually, no, it's cool. It's cool. Great Rumble, decent Mania, Cena, Batista, Edge, Orton, stars of the future, right? Like, really. You had Triple H and Batista's feud. You had Cena's feud with JBL, but then, of course, everybody else. I'm going to say cool because I think this was like, I know I said 2002 was the foundation for the Ruthless Aggression era, bro. But 2005, man, like, those guys really put a name for themselves out there, bro. I'm going to put that in cool, nothing crazy. I even like it more than, I'm going to say I like it more than 02. Actually, I would say that's if it'll let me. Okay. All right. Cool. I would say I like it more because the stars they built were nice. Cena won the title. I like the spinner belt. Jericho was there. It was cool. You know what I'm saying? It was cool, but nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think anything. Like, I don't go back. Oh, no. Matt Hardy Edge was peak. They were real life beefing. So that, that keeps it from mid-city alone. 06, bro. Okay, so 06 was sort of kind of like my introduction into wrestling, more or less. It was around this time where I started noticing like there was kind of a life of wrestling outside of the video game. At the time, I thought it was gas. Right? I would go on YouTube and watch DX's reunion. I would be watching Rated RKO, Cena, ECW. Like I thought ECW was peak because it was extreme. RVD won the championship. But here's the thing though. 06 was moment saved it, bro. You go back and watch 06. You go back and watch 06, bro. 06 was trash. 06 was trash, but had some moments. It had some moments though. RVD, which didn't last long, so that kind of hurts it. You know, the cash in from Edge onto Cena, that was nice. Cena's attitude adjustment at the time, FU, off of the ladder for Edge through the tables or whatnot. You know, like, but then you had stuff like Taker versus Mark Henry. You had Kurt Angle on a downwards trend. I mean, he did win that battle royal, but that was it. DX was goofy, and they were beefing with Big Show, Vince McMahon, and Shane McMahon. But 07, here's the thing. That's PTV. It's actually better than 01. 07 got me into wrestling, bro. Umaga was on TV heavily. Dead Man Taker was in full effect. Won the Rumble, went on to beat Batista at WrestleMania. You had Edge and Randy Orton, the old Despicable Me's over here. And then don't get me wrong, Randy Orton ended the year strong, man. Shawn Michaels going crazy like it's 97. Triple H returns towards the end of that year. I don't know, man. 07 was peak TV, bro. Like, I just have fond memories of that. I don't know if y'all remember me saying this in the last WWE video. My introduction was an episode of Carlito's Cabana where John Cena was a guest, or he appeared. I was at my cousin's house. My mom had went over there with me. Like, we were all chilling with my auntie. I fall asleep on the couch. I wake up crying, bro, because my mom left me. Now, she didn't leave me like that, but she figured she'd just come pick me up tomorrow or something like that. I'm just sitting there crying, boo-hooing. My cousin calls me and says, hey, wrestling on, Raw on. I was like, for real? I kind of knew what it was, but never sat and watched the episode. I kid you not, the first two people I saw were John Cena and Carlito on Carlito's Cabana, bro. So shouts out to both of them for getting me into wrestling. And to kind of piggyback off of that, we got 08. To me, 08 is peak. 08 at this point was the best year. I'm coming off of 07. So, you know, 07 to me was gas, but 08? Heel turn Jericho? Cena returns to Rumble? The triple threat at Mania? Taker? Batista? Umaga? JBL's a terrible person? Shawn Michaels? Come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? There's this guy named CM Punk that was in ECW not too long ago. He's coming up now. Yeah, bro. Like, 08 was amazing to me, bro. Like, I have more fond memories of 08 than any other year thus far besides 2000. Well, when I say memories, I mean, like, I was there for them. 08 was gas. Now, I think it started to slow down a little bit towards the end, maybe. But even then, like, Jeff Hardy wins the WWE Championship, bro. He swanton bombing off of the top of the thing on the Randy, bro. Come on. 09 was Bald Orton, but here's the thing. Bald Orton might have saved 09. And Triple H. Oh, CM Punk was a heel. WrestleMania 25 was trash. The Rumble was cool. Elimination Chamber. Wait, was this yeah, no, this was the good Elimination Chamber. That Elimination Chamber was gas. I'm gonna say, but I am gonna say Mid-City because I think as an entire year, is it better than 03? Yes. As an entire year, I think 09 was good to an extent, but there was some stuff in there that could have went away. It just felt like a filler year. 2010, the Nexus, Cena, Batista. '2010 was not a good year to me, bro. 2010 is when WWE started to feel childish. You know what I'm saying? Like, I slowly started being like, nah, bro, this product is goofy. It was like peak Cena. Like, Cena was just this character. that was just so obnoxiously babyface. I think that is the worst year that we've seen thus far. 2010, yeah, 2010 I don't have any fond memories of. 2011 would have been with 2010, but then CM Punk dropped the pipe bomb. Cool, nothing crazy. I think the first half of 2011 is going to keep it from being the best year in this tier. Second half was kind of trash, so, you know, or not trash, but kind of low. But CM Punk and Cena saved 2011. I think I prefer 2011 rewatch over 99's rewatch, not so much over 02. But you go back and watch Pipe Bomb forward, even some stuff leading up to Pipe Bomb, because I think New Nexus CM Punk was kind of cool. 2012 was the rebound off of that. Now 2012 was Summer of Punk in full effect. You had Once in a Lifetime, but I think as a year stands, I don't really too much like this year. Now, well, Lesnar did return, but he was also a part-timer. I could put that in cool, nothing crazy. Still goofy at times, but it was a little bit, like I said, more raw and real. But I think 2011 just beats it a little bit as far as like some of the marquee matchups. Like you have Cena and Punk and stuff like that. It was Del Rio too. Actually, I'm gonna move, bro. Del Rio and Kevin Owens just made me mad. So I'm actually moving 2011 to the bottom of cool, and I'm moving everything else up. 2013, bro. Oh, 2013. The only thing about 2013 I think kind of hurt it was the Twice in a Lifetime. But 2013 I think had motion. Man. The Shield, the Wyatt family, NXT starts to like really build and everything like that. Orton's cash in. My favorite wrestler of all time is Orton. Who I think the best is Kurt Angle, but my favorite is Orton. And when he cashed in, boy, I marked out. I'm gonna keep it real though. 2013 is peak TV to me. 2013 is peak TV. 2014 would be peak TV. It would be peak TV. I feel like not enough happened after 30. Sting debut. Dolph Ziggler was the sole survivor, but it was a mid-year. 2014 was a mid-year, bro. I'm sorry. 2014 was mid. The Shield, no imploding. But like, I think we overrated WrestleMania 30. I think the wrong guy won at Rumble. Which leads us to 2015. Moment saved it. That cash in was that good at 31. And 31 was a good event, actually. So, Moment saved it. Don't go back and rewatch 2015, bro. Not a good year, bro. In my opinion. You had the open challenge from Cena. You had the cash in. But then you had Roman Reigns. Get it out of here. 2016, bro. Peak TV. 2016, I feel like that was my Renaissance era for a short time. Because 2016, like, it started with Reigns. Rollins came back. All three members of the Shield held the title at the same time. AJ Styles. I like that Royal Rumble. The only dud to 2016 for me personally was Mania 32. I know it's a big dud, but I remember 2016 like it was yesterday. The draft, bro. They brought back all of that. 2016 was good. The Universal Championship, now we talking about its design, but like Kevin Owens, come on, man. 2017, because I can't really remember, I'm tempted to say that it's mid-city, because 2017 seemed like one of those years that like, it was just kind of, again, in the middle. It was a mid-city year. I don't know, man. Braun Strowman, starts to slowly get some momentum here. I used to like Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns shenanigans too. 2018, very similar to 2017, but I think it beats it out just a little bit because of like the women's stuff started to kick off a little bit more. Women's Royal Rumble. I think it was a testament of where we were going with the product. 34 was kind of mid, actually maybe below average actually. But I don't know, I just feel like 2018 was nice. 2019 though is trash. 2019 is the worst year of WWE thus far. At this point. I actually stopped watching the WWE. Like, I remember bits and pieces of it because I went and rewatched it. But live, bro, I couldn't have told you anything. Like, bro, it wasn't like Kurt Angle was there. Bro, oh my goodness, 2019 was trash, bro. Seth Rollins is the top dog, was not hitting. Man, 2020. All right, the great cough of 2020 year. First 3 months were not bad. The Rumble Elimination Chamber were not bad. But it was, what can I say? Right, no moment saved it because, like, we got the corporate money in the bank, bro. I don't know. That was hard to me. We got Drew winning the Rumble. Like, moment saved that year. And if it was all a live year, I think it would have been an amazing, outstanding year, actually. And very similar to 2021. Basically, 2020 went in reverse. We got the live crowd. We got Big E's Cash Sheet live. But this was all second half of the year. So I'm going to say moment saved it. I'm actually putting it above 2020, though, because it was more sustainable. There was more of that. Mania even had a crowd. It wasn't a big crowd. 2022. I took a swing at 2022 as a year. I'm putting that in peak TV. 2022, as you can see, you may not be able to see it, is Solo Sikoa and Johnny Gargano. Ton of returns because Triple H basically took the helm because that bad man McMahon got into some stuff and got kicked out. Went to my first live, basically my first televised event, but not really because it was SummerSlam of 2022. Went to that. You know, I'm going to say there is some bias in 2022 because I think second half really kicked into the gear my fandom, and I feel like I wouldn't be here right now if it wasn't for that. Also, it just had some feel good moments, right? Like Bray returning, Johnny Gargano, Solo Sikoa's debut, Karrion Kross. Like Triple H basically said, here's a reset. Io Sky, Dakota Kai, Bayley. You know what I'm saying? Like, 2022 was peak TV. The only thing that hurt it was day one through the day before Mania 38. Everything from day one up until Mania 38 was trash. It was not good. 2023 though, 22 and 23 kind of go hand in hand because 23 was peak bloodline. Love that Cody Rhodes lost. 2023, ooh, bro. 2023 is top of peak because everything after 39 to Backlash hurt it enough for me. Like I stopped watching for a month. But and then Roman wasn't really there. But I love Cody losing. Roman staying atop. I think the Bloodline story was amazing. The Usos turning. Jimmy's heel turn was crazy. But other than that, man, oh no, that was peak. 24. I think we just came off of the best year WWE's ever had, bro. 2024 was amazing from start to finish, bro. I do not give them enough praise for that. Mania was gas. Elimination Chamber was gas. Mania 40, in my opinion, was number 2 greatest Mania of all time behind 17. Backlash was amazing. Actual grabs. CM Punk, basically, he's back in the company full time. The new bloodline was kind of cool to me. I'm gonna be real. Roman's return. Survivor Series, man. SummerSlam was decent. LA Knight won the US Championship. There was a lot to take home for 2024. Damian Priest cash in. Drew Punk. I went to Bad Blood 2024. Bro, that was the best year ever, bro, to me. I'll take me back. Take me back a few months. And then 2025. 2025, as of right now, I'm gonna say it's peak TV. I'm gonna put it. I'm putting between 08 and 16 because it's still going, but also has potential. But I just feel like there's a lot the filler that's been going on. The build of Mania has not been nowhere near as good as the 2024 build. But Cena's a heel now. I don't know, man. How could you not, right? It's just been amazing. I feel like weekly television has been good. Raw on Netflix. You have some insane debuts too. Apparently Rusev and Aleister Black are on their way back. Penta and Rey Fenix are in the company now. El Grande Americano's here. Man, Karrion Kross is having his best run. I'm just naming a few. And then Kevin Owens and Cody was a good story. Kevin Owens and Randy was shaping up to be a good story. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, like shout out to Kevin Owens. Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest to me hasn't been that bad. Tiffany Stratton's the women's champion. It's an amazing year right now. But there you have it. I think we'll stop there. Actually, give me one moment to see if I can rearrange some stuff. Okay, so I moved 2020 down. That was the only change I really wanted to make because I feel like that's just a year that you wouldn't want to go back and watch. And if you do go back and watch, you're not going to enjoy yourself. But try at your own discretion, I guess, you know. Yeah, I think I'm happy with this. I think these are the 2 best years WWE has ever had in my lifetime, in 2024 and the year 2000. I think the first year of my life, being 1999, was pretty decent. I got that in the cool, but nothing crazy. And I think the worst year, bar none, was probably 2019. Almost took me away. And there you have it, folks. That concludes the video for today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave some comments if you do disagree, of course. I want to, see if we kind of thinking the same thing about some of these years. Maybe we are, maybe we aren't. But it's been a pleasure. It has been. Definitely want to push out more of this. Probably looking at a WWE video once a week, probably every Monday. But yeah, definitely please subscribe and like the video. If this is your type of content, if you want to see me do another tier list in the future. I don't think I said this in the last video, but please don't let anybody discourage you from greatness. My name is Oh So Co, and we are Oh So out.